The block is cracked?
Yeah, so what I think happened, they didn't winterize this boat. Oh, what we got going on over here? What'd you buy?
Oh,
Why do you do this to yourself, man?
I don't know. I bought another boat, which means bust out another 1,000.
Yeah.
In this case, possibly 2,000.
So what's up with it? What kind of boat is it? Let's check this thing out. Looks like what year is this?
07.
So it's a 07 Maxim 1900 SR3. It looks really clean, man. Like really clean. Even got the little cover on it. That's pretty cool. And what's wrong with it? Motor?
That's what it looks like. Not
Yeah,
sure yet. But
because there's not even a scratch on this boat, and it's just not starting.
Originally, when I went and looked at it, I thought.
Oh,
it said
I see it.
collision, and
I
thought
see it.
This was because there's nowhere else on the boat does it have these cracks. So I thought maybe that's why they claimed it on insurance, but
It looks like the sticker just cracked, or the.
look, you can see right here.
Okay.
It may be just the gel coat.
Yeah, they bumped the dock.
I mean, they bumped it pretty good.
They bumped the dock for sure. But that's not a big deal.
That's not. We could leave that alone and not do anything with that, but that thing not starting is the bigger issue.
But look at this interior, man. All this dirty stuff, this was us already climbing around in it. But this thing was immaculate, man.
Yeah, it's got this top too, the one that goes up here.
Oh, it's got the cover? Oh, yeah, I see it over there. And there. This thing's pretty nice.
Yeah, those covers, I was looking for one for that though. To get a custom cover like that.
Super expensive.
$800.
Dang. Look at this thing. I like this big seat back here. That's pretty nice. Your wife's going to love that. And then got this big old seat up here, man. You can just lounge on here. Got the swim platform back there, and then a pretty decent sized V6 motor, if only it'd run. But I'm sure, I mean, worst case scenario, what, a new motor?
Yeah.
Which is not that big of a deal, right?
You can get a block, a reman block, for about $2,500.
That ain't bad. To have a boat in perfect shape.
Yeah, I mean, what I paid for it, that's definitely worth it.
Yeah, drop in the comment section what you guys think he paid for it. We'll see how close you guys get. It's got a cracked block.
The block is cracked?
Yeah, so what I think happened, they didn't winterize this boat, and it was... Yep, see, they didn't winterize it. Freeze plug popped out, saved the block. So we don't have a cracked block. We can just pop that freeze plug back in, right?
Really?
Well, yeah, you just go and get one from O'Reilly's.
That's
Yeah.
Hey, you just got lucky, bro.
Think so?
Heck yeah. Boy, it froze. This was last year. This was last year. Okay, so that's good news. Paul's saying the freeze plug popped out. If the freeze plug popped out, that means we can put that freeze plug back in there and crank it back up and see what it does.
just pop that back in, can't you?
No, you gotta get a new one.
You think so?
Yeah, you gotta get a new one. You can't put that back in there.
The what?
I need that glass on my Moomba.
I'll sell you that one. $7,000 for the glass.
You can have the boat with it.
The boat comes with the glass.
Yo, we could tap this one back in there. There's enough space.
Nah, bro. You need to put
No, I'm just saying. But,
I'm gonna go get a new one.
go get a new one.
So we found out that the freeze plug is no good.
You ain't gonna stop the big man.
Since the freeze plug did come out, Paul went and got another freeze plug, which I wonder if you think this is going to be the same thing. It should.
Yeah. The thing is, it's going to be next to impossible to hammer that one in there evenly. There's no room.
For real.
This is going to be the easiest route, in my opinion. It's the same. What's the difference? You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. This might even be more.
Maybe, yeah.
But then it won't. Then you have to make sure you winterize it.
Well, there's more freeze plug.
All right, so that freeze plug is a little bit too small. By the time we tighten it down, it's just at the end of the threads. So Paul's gonna go get another one, and hopefully that'll work. And hopefully that's the only issue with this thing. We can get this thing out on the lake as soon as possible. Paul is installing the proper freeze plug I say proper because it just fits. I don't know if that's the right way to do it or not. And you guys can let us know in the comment sections what you think about this repair. And should we leave it like this or put the actual freeze plug in there? Because I don't know. But this could be a better way, could be a worse way. I guess only one way to find out. All the experts on the internet. Well, we're filling up with water. It's leaking somewhere there. I can hear air stuck in there. Hold on, don't go, don't go. It's on that side. All right, so the situation is we have another freeze plug that has popped out on this side of the block.
Of what you're working on.
All right, so we're gonna let Nate climb in here since he's a marine biologist. Look, he's gonna get all the way. See, that's how these marine guys work. They climb all the way inside, and they don't come out until the problem's solved.
And turns out this side popped out too.
Oh,
And
really?
this one, we gotta take the engine mount off to get it back in.
Oh, shoot. Hey, Russell.
Did you try like turning it over with that
All right, so we've got the motor jacked up, and Nate is almost got the mount off. Yeah, Nate?
No, I need a mini extension.
A mini extension.
Yeah, like a real small one.
Okay, hold on. All right, so Nate has the freeze plug installed, and now I'm going to hand him the motor mounts. There you go, sir. You got it? We are at the boat ramp and we are ready to drop this thing into the water and see how this thing works, man. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. This is like the maiden voyage of this boat, and we're super excited and kind of nervous at the same time. We are out here by ourselves. You know, we might have to call Jake up if something happens. He'll come pull us out on the Moomba. Look at that positioning skill. Look at that.
Very nice, sir.
That's a professional boat.
I've seen you've done this before.
Professional boat driver right there for you. right, there you guys seen it. I mean, we didn't take a really long trip, but this thing works beautifully, and it runs good. It doesn't seem like it has any issues. What do you think, Paul? That thing that we put on the outboard, did it help?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It stopped the bouncing up and down, the porpoising.
Okay. Yeah, we'll show you guys what we're talking about here in a second once we get this thing out of the water. But I'm gonna jump off the boat real quick and pull the trailer in so we can get this thing out, and that'll be it for this video. All right, so Paul's gonna bring this trim down real quick. We'll show you what we actually put on. And the reason we put this thing on is because as the boat's going through the water, that motor and everything's wanting to go up and down. With this little, I call it a shark fin, man, or a shark tail. Look at this thing. This right here actually keeps it going through the water without going up and down. So that keeps the boat from popping up and down. Really cool feature that I am actually very surprised that did not come with the boat from the factory. Oh, it's weird. But yeah, you gotta always make sure to put that trim up before you drag it out. I learned that the hard way. And I also lost my hat, so now I have to go get a haircut. It sucks.
Alright, outro.
Alright, but we're gonna get this thing strapped up and get it out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, this is the end of the video. So if you guys liked it, hit that like button. And if you want more boat footage, drop it in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.